Yeah, this kind of 140 speed is not that kind of a cruise speed, but still you can do it if you are chasing a Duke 390, a Dominar or an Interceptor. Oh, I forgot to talk about the vibrations. What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel once again, and I know that you were waiting for the touring review of the CB300. So yes, today we have this bike on this beautiful highway, and I've been riding this motorcycle for past 1 hour, so I don't have it for a longer tour today. But yes, I have some news for you. I don't know whether it's a good news or a bad news, but let's see what it is. So if you're new to my channel, then I have to repeat this statement that I do touring reviews on motorcycles which I like to tour on, and this is one among them. And if you have any motorcycle in your mind so that you would like to tour on and you wanted me to do a touring review, you can write it in the comment section. I can do that for you. And so I've been riding this motorcycle for the past 1 hour, and I have some news for you. So the thing is, like, whenever you look for a good tourer, you have to look for the comfort, you have to look for the cruising speed. So the cruising speed actually depends on what kind of a rider you are. If you are upgrading from a 150cc motorcycle, then definitely you will be comfortable with the speed of 80 to 100. So in that aspect, I will tell that you will be much comfortable on this motorcycle from a cruising point of view. The reason is because the ideal cruise speed on this motorcycle is from 100 to 120, and this speed, the 100 to 120, is not that much comfortable because of the wind blast that it comes to you. In my complete review about this motorcycle, I had a taller windscreen, but for this review I just removed it. So from a speed of 90 itself, I started getting a feel that there is too much of wind coming onto my chest, and I think by putting that wind visor, you'll get a wind protection till 120 km/h. So I'll show you the cruise speed. This is in 6th gear. The bike is much comfortable at a speed of 60 km/h, and I just throttle. Very comfortable. The engine is not stressed. It's 90. The speed is very sweet. I'm in 110. Too much of wind blast. Okay, now in 120. Now I'll tell that this is a kind of a power cruising speed on this motorcycle. I can push it to 130 if I want. I'll show that to you. Yeah, this kind of 140 speed is not that kind of a cruise speed, but still you can do it if you are chasing a Duke 390, a Dominar or an Interceptor, no problem. But what I wanted to tell you that the comfortable, the sweet cruising speed of this motorcycle is definitely 100 to 120. So I had to tuck down. When I was in 140, I had to tuck down, and the top speed that you can get is somewhere in 140s, 140 to 150, that's all. Because after 140, the bike actually starts climbing. It's not that great, okay? I have to tell you the fact. And I'll show you something else. The seat on this motorcycle is much comfortable. I can show you that. This seat is much comfortable. It is wide. If you are in the city, you can sit over here and ride. If you are on the highway, just sit back and you can have a comfortable ride. And I have to tell that this pillion seat is also very comfortable. So if you are someone who is looking to go for tours with a pillion, definitely go and test ride this motorcycle because you will love it. I rate this motorcycle better than a Dominar, a Duke 390 or an Interceptor 650 looking from a pillion touring point of view, okay? If you are just a tourer and you want a value for money machine, you can go with the Dominar because that's the truth. Okay, but if you have a pillion and you want your pillion to be much comfortable, say your wife or girlfriend or whoever it is, if you want comfort for a pillion, you have to come to this seat because the rider seat, I don't think you need a gel seat or any other modification on this seat to go for long rides. This seat is wonderful. And another thing is, like, when you look for a touring motorcycle, is that how much illumination the stock headlight gives. This stock headlight, as per the owner, one of the owner whom I know, he is telling that the visibility is good, but if you want an extra light, you can always have auxiliary lights over these crash guards, so that works. And the stability on the highway, when I showed the 120 and the 140 speed, it is like amazing. I never felt that the bike is going out of control until I touched almost 145. 145 is like the top end. So at 145, I have a feel that if I get into a crosswind section, then probably I'll be wiped off from the road. Otherwise, there is no problem from handling side of this motorcycle. On straight line, where there is no wind, I can absolutely tell you that 140 itself is a much comfortable and a safe speed on this motorcycle. So looking from a luggage carrying point of view, yeah, that I have a little bit of disappointment. The reason is because it comes with a plastic tank cover, so you cannot have a magnetic tank bag, and I hate using a normal tank bag, okay, because it is not comfortable. It will just slide off when you have too much of wind blast. And another thing is, like, if you don't have a pillion, you can always have your luggage here and tie it. And if you wanted to have a back box, a top box kind of a thing, there is no such grab rail kind of thing, so you have to use these screws somehow and make your own custom modification to have a back rack. And you can have your saddlebags, of course, but the thing is, just make sure that the saddlebags don't go and touch these ties. So you can have your bungee cord tie from here and you put it over here and comes back. I think this is sturdy enough. No, it's not so much sturdy. Then the better position will be start the bungee cord from here, put it over here and back to this foot peg. That's the thing with the luggage carrying capacity. Yes, let me just show you all the cruise speeds once again. Oh, I forgot to talk about the vibrations. So if you are planning to tour on this motorcycle at a speed of 120, 100 to 120, it's like much refined. The engine is like very stress free. I'll show it to you. This is like 6th gear and 100 km/h. The engine is just gliding now. No pressure on the engine. It's like very smooth. There is absolutely no vibration on the seat or on the foot peg, but you will find a little bit of vibration on the handbar if you go really hard to 130s and all. Otherwise the refinement is like top notch, I have to say that. And what I wanted to tell you is that if you're looking for a tour and with a pillion, definitely you have to go for a test ride along with your pillion. The reason is because if your pillion is very heavy, the seat is not that big, or you have to go with your pillion and take a test ride and just check whether your wife is comfortable or your girlfriend is comfortable. Because once your pillion is screwed, your ride is screwed, man. I have told this before, and that too in my Dominar touring review, okay? And you can watch that view if you want, the touring review of the Dominar. Okay, I forgot to mention one thing, that this motorcycle will be giving you a mileage from 25 to 30, and this tank sucks, man. I have to tell that. It's just a 10-liter tank. I don't know what to tell that. I don't have any point to justify this tank capacity because it is just 10 liter. You cannot have all those jerry cans all over like what you see on a Himalayan. So you have to stop your bike once in, say, 220 to 250 kilometers, which is like terribly bad. Looking at the segment, okay, looking at the other bikes, just stopping your motorcycle once in 200 to 250 kilometers is not a great thing. Because on my CB300R, okay, I personally own a CB300R and my tank range is 330 kilometers, which is like a good thing. But on this one, I feel that the tank range is the negative side if you are considering it as a tourer. So if you are going on a highway tour, then most probably you'll be hitting one petrol pump at least in this 200 to 250 kilometer. But if you are going to a very remote place, then you will be having much trouble. You have to carry your own fuel in some can or something, that's all. Okay, that's it with this review. So hope you like the review, and if you want me to do this kind of touring review on any motorcycle that you like, especially something like the street motorcycle like this or a sports motorcycle, because I love those kind of things. I generally don't do much rides on the cruisers, but still, if it is something interesting, you can comment down below. I hope you like this video, so show some love in the form of likes and comments. See you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.